Okay, so now we're looking at question number 6. Question number 6 requires a lot of this up here, but we're actually going to be using the calculator for this one, and we'll be doing the formulas in another video. So let's go ahead and focus in on number 6. The following table shows the number of references some students used for their English essay. You have an interval of between 4 to 8, 9 to 13, 14 to 18, and the frequency at which they occurred. What we need to do is we need to figure out which is our x and which is our frequency. The frequency is very easy to find because it was actually listed for us. But now we need to get our data. Now, as you know, our data cannot be an interval. We need to find the midpoint between them. So let's go ahead and do that. 4 plus 8 equals, divided by 2 is 6. So the middle number between 4 and 8 is 6. 9 plus 13 divided by 2 is 11. 14 plus 18 divided by 2, that's a very common mistake. Be careful with that. 14 plus 18, then hit equals, divided by 2 gives you 16. Okay, so we have x and f. Now we need to put it in data. But if you notice on the calculator, it says math and D. We can't do it in this setting. So we need to change the mode. We're going to go to mode, and we're going to be doing statistics 3. We're only dealing with one variable, so if you want you can hit 1. But if you notice there's only an x, there's no frequency. In order to put a frequency there, you have to change the setup. So hit AC to go back to your main screen. And now, where you see setup in yellow, you're going to hit shift setup. There's nothing in here dealing with statistics, but this little arrow goes down, and now we see statistics. Do we want to turn our frequency on or off? We always turn it on. Now we need to put in our data. Now we can go back to the formula sheet, because if you notice, the formula sheet says calculator steps for stat, which we followed, calculator steps for frequency, which we followed, and now we have to put in our data input. So we're going to do shift and then stat. So stat is in yellow. We look down here and we see that it's number 1. Stat. We have to put in our data, so number 2. So our x is 6, 11, and 16. Our frequency is 6, 2, and 4. Now we need to go back to the main screen by hitting AC. We need to find the mean number of references. The mean is also listed as x with a bar over it. So we do shift 1. We're going to do variations, and we're going to do number 2, which is mean. The calculator is saying, do you want to proceed? We hit equals to say yes, and we see that the mean is 10.1 and 6 repeated. We want to round our answer to the nearest whole number. So what I find is that A is the best choice.